Start shuffling through your material and find yourself a piece of cotton. It needs to be a 100% cotton for some sort of scientific reason that I'm not sure of. Now, your scrunchie doesn't have to be 100% cotton. However, if you want it to match for fashion reasons, it will be 100% cotton as well. Ponder the important questions. There's lots to be asked right now in these times. There is a pandemic happening. Henry, if Prince Charles dies from coronavirus, that means William gets to be the king. Watch out for cats. They will come to destroy your project. Now grab your stencil that will be 7.9 by 7.9 inches or 8 by 8 depending on whichever is easier for you. Make sure that you cover the measurements with your arm so that no one can read them, because this is a tutorial and why would anyone want to read them? Now take out your dry fabric pen and start tracing. You're probably going to have to lick the end a few times to make the ink work. Also ponder why you haven't bought a new one on Amazon yet. Cut 2 pieces and then cut 4 because you realize you don't want to waste the fabric on the end and it's the exact same size, so just cut it. Now just take this stencil you have, that's going to be 19 inches by 4 inches, and trace out a scrunchie. And then make one more if you're like me and you're trying to even up the sides of the fabric. Make sure to cut your fabric in the most uncomfortable way because you're too lazy to switch it around. Don't forget to iron the edges half an inch in before you sew it together. Now, when it's in front of you like this, take the bottom edge and fold it up to the top edge and iron it, and continue to do this around the entire circle. Don't worry about the edges lining up too much. They don't have to be perfect. You'll get better with time, and if you're giving them away, people will love them anyways. Sew the 2 edges together and make sure you leave a little hole because you want to be able to pull the elastic through, and sometimes I leave the holes really tiny and it's really hard to do it, so just leave it wide enough, probably about 1 inch or 1/2 inch, it's up to you. Whatever you think your fat fingers can fit through. Anyone is near you, talk about the things that bothered you that day. You'll feel better. Now grab some elastic that's about 1/4 inch or less, and also a pin. You're going to want to secure one side with a pin to pull it through. Don't let go of the other side, and if you do happen to let go of the other side, don't try to use tweezers to fish it out because it never works, yet you always try. Just put the pin back on and refish it through. It's way easier. Don't waste your time. Life is precious. If you decide to use your mouth to hold onto the one side so that it doesn't fall into the scrunchie, make sure you wash it after. There is a flu going around that is pretty serious, and you don't want to give it to someone in a scrunchie. Tie 3 knots, make sure they're secure, and then trim the ends if you think it's needed. Now, once you get the elastic secure, which is quite possibly the worst part of making a scrunchie, you just sew the hole up and you're done. Next, you're going to want to move on to the mask. Make sure the material is matching to your scrunchie if you want to be hip and happening. And then just serge each edge. You don't have to, I just prefer to. It prevents fraying. If you don't want to, just fold the edge twice and iron it. And then take it to the sewing machine. Don't worry too much about the lines being straight. You'll get better with time. And if you're giving these out to people or donating them, they won't care. As long as the mask is secure, they'll be happy they have one. Let's move over to the ironing board. You're going to want to fold it once, just like that. I don't know how to explain it. Watch the video, obviously. And then fold it one more time. Think about Grey's Anatomy when you're folding this mask. Make it look like theirs. Now fold the edges in and make sure you iron those. They're not going to stay super well, especially if you have a questionable iron like I do, but try anyways, it will help. Proceed to sew the edges shut. You want them secure. Make sure to leave the edges open a little bit so that you can slip your elastic band in and sew it securely. You're going to want to use a piece that's about 7.5 to 8 inches depending on how big the face. That works so far for most people, at least that's what I found. Or you can use ribbon. Elastic is easier. Open those seams up a bit if you've sewn them too far so that you can fit the elastic in. Everyone makes mistakes. Make sure to try on your mask. Don't pull it over your eyes like I did. You need to see, but make sure it's covering your nose and under your chin. If you want to secure the sides more, feel free to. I did not because I wasn't sure who was going to wear it. So Don't forget to wear your scrunchie as you want to look fashionable and cool. Also let your hair down in slow motion so that everyone knows how beautiful you are. Some would call her elegant.